Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak. Well, last episode, after catching a movie, the November 30th night sweep of Edith continued through Station Street until we used our second free time slot to stargaze with Katra on the roof of Montmartre. We then returned to Old Town to finish the day off. Goodness me, tomorrow I'm visiting the Great Cathedral for a meeting in Bishop Nikolai's stead. He did tell me it was time I broadened my horizons. Well, I certainly can't let him down, can I? I'll give it my all. I can't deny I'm nervous, but it's a wonderful opportunity to experience higher church duties, so I need to rest up and ready myself. I'm sure this year's festival will be just wonderful. And we're nearly through Old Town. Well, to be honest, it's nearly filled the rest of the Old Town, except for Montmartre. Oh, how's this family doing now? Don't run over a kiddie. Family meal. When? How long has it been since we last ate together, actually? I suppose I only have myself to blame. I've been crunching for years now. All of that just to be rewarded with a demotion. Am I the real problem? Well, dinner's ready. I know we have to talk this over as a family, but how do we even begin to unpack it all? Especially when I'm the one who pushed Curtis that far. I don't get it. I know this is all my fault. It's not. I'm glad we avoided making this a police thing, but one wrong move and the entrance exam wouldn't have even mattered anymore. We've always been like this. How can we just change? Well, I think at the moment you're all on that same kind of page that change might take place. We'll see. We're still just a bathhouse, you know. There's not a whole lot we can do to celebrate the festival outside of just doing the usual. A Tyrell Times reporter gave us a glowing review. That should help in the short term. We just might need to prepare for a big rush of customers as a result. I should probably get on that. Yep. You're a lucky girl, Anya. Work's keeping me tied down all through the festival. Banquets, parties, all that crap. It's all a nightmare this time of year. You know, you complain about this every year. They were saying, what, 200,000 if we get that many people at the festival? Oh, don't even get me started. It's going to be a nightmare. The real giveaway is the GDP. More money in people's pockets means more tourists at the festival. They were saying the GDP rose 25% this year. Oh, really? Then that means, yeah, using this index, you can calc figures here like so. Not the most likely friendship, but good for them.
Alrighty.
Oh, we were just talking about the rise of pork barrel politics. It's really shifting the market around as of late. Want to shoot the shit? Sorry, all that just flew over my head. Gonna have to pass.
Stepping inside?
The young are so much more intelligent. Help. And that's all my shopping done. Thank you for your help, Sheena. No problem. I want to say Shahina. So why did you buy so much, Mum? Because the festival's coming up, silly. And as per tradition, I'm cooking up dishes for the whole neighborhood. All right, you do that every year. Why don't you try cooking something this year, Sheena? You could give it to someone you really like. Someone I really like, but... You don't have to think so hard about it. It could just be a friend. You're a part of this neighborhood too, so sooner or later you'll be taking part anyway. I know, just... I just know Harry's gonna get the wrong idea if I give him food I made myself. Or the right idea? I don't know. Oh, Maxim's over there. Harry looks super happy. He gets to play with Mr. Hawker all day. But then, does that mean he's not playing with us? I kind of wanted to play with him too. I want to go to the festival with Harry. I want to go to the festival with Harry. Tomorrow I'll invite him to go with me. Not gonna happen.
Thanks for stopping by.
You can go with them, probably. Didn't I bump into this guy in Longlai? Horacian too, actually. I'm home. How have your kids been doing? What? Dad? Wait, did you always look like that? I'm hurt. How could you forget your dear father's face? It hasn't been that long, has it? Well, you were gone for a whole year, Dad. You sent that letter saying you'd be home soon 3 months ago. Where the heck were you? Would it really have killed you to keep in touch more often? I mean, seriously, 3 months of nothing? As if you just died or... My boy's wise beyond his years. Sounds like a parent already. Maybe if you got us some souvenirs, that'd sweeten the deal. Or let us keep some of your loot, maybe. My word, you kids are harsh, but I suppose I do owe it to you for being away for so long. C'est la vie. Now, gather around for Papa Filinkov's show and tell. I've got quite the assortment for you today, curated for my year-long trip. Whoa! Apples didn't fall far from that tree, huh? Oh, now, didn't I see you on my last trip? Oh, hey, didn't think you were from the neighborhood. Indeed I am. I've actually heard about you in the letters my kids send me. You're a Spriggan, yes? I hope they're not too big a thorn in your side. To live and breathe metal, that is the way of the repairman. I turn my back for 1 second and my kids are full-fledged tradesmen. Or well, I guess I turned my back for a year, actually. Now this is the stuff. Antiques, rare parts, supremacy, justice. I want all the techies. She, think she might have forgotten how to speak. Justice?
Need something fixed. Hope to see you again soon.
This time he went from the Free Cities all the way to the Molucca Archipelago just to get his hands on some vintages. He's really committed, I'll give him that. I guess I can't complain. Now we get to eat dinner together for the first time in ages.
Well, do you know what you want?
I don't think there will be anything that I want from you, specifically at this point in time.
I hope to see you again.
Alright, spoke to everyone here. How are you two doing? Thank you, Paulette. Truly, I really had a great time. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, even if the food wasn't mine. Is that so? That's too bad. I would have loved some of your cooking. About the festival. I mean, do you want to maybe go with me? With you, May, too, of course. May I have this date? I'm afraid I can't, sorry. Ugh. But I wouldn't mind if you showed Yume around at the festival. Honestly, big gain. And I might just come along with you. Oh, jeez. Well, that's fine by me. Wow, he actually had the balls to ask and she agreed. Sorta. He's got a real marathon ahead of him. I'll have to keep an eye on how he does. Thank you, Paulette. I'll make it the best day of her life. Oh, don't go crying just yet. You better not pass that habit on to Yume, okay? Right, I'll make sure of it. Can't blame her for being wary of him. Dude's got a lot of background, a lot of ground to make up. Oh my goodness. Progress. Letting you back in the kid's life? Not gonna tell him yet, but still. Right, we are back in Montmartre, where Zeros is staring down Arid. Where are the eyes? That is a question. Oh, you excited, boy? Still hyped up from the party, I imagine. Still drinking? Oh yeah, I am. We still got some of the booze from that Hairway stash to work through. And I think there's still some of that meat left from the party we had with the prince. That should still be plenty tasty left over. Nice. Man, that party really was something else thinking back on it. Tell me about it. Just a ragtag band of misfits having the time of their lives together. But you know, I don't mind parties like that. Me and the boys back in Lomport, we live to party and party to live. Good times those were. What do you say? Want to round up some folks from round 2? Come on, you still got some youth left in you, right? Yeah, no. I get ya. But it ain't happening. Well, fine, Killjoy. Have it your way. I'll just drink by my lonesome. But do I have to, though? I've got a lucky lady or two on the mind. Maybe I'll hit up my favorite joint. Well, whoever you bring over, you better not cause any trouble together. Got it? Well, I'll be damned. I knew you were hiding something. You're pretty good. I used to be top 8 in amateurs, and you've got me on the back foot. It's been a while since I had a match this good. Don't sell yourself short, Sir Victor. You would put many a knight to shame. You may even be able to hold your ground against the commander. Really now? I'd love to sit down with them someday. Just how high is he rated? Well, at least they're having a good time. Ah, Van, care to join us? Nah, I'm good. I just drag you down. I knew the old guy enjoyed chess, but I never pegged master the type. I count myself lucky to have found so worthy an opponent. Now then, what say you to this gambit? Wow, I don't know how to play, but you two look like you're really good at it. Oh, is it your turn, Grandpa? If I were the king, I'd do that. Oh, that is hardly fair. You have a general assisting you. She's got a good head on her shoulders. I'm excited to play against her when she grows up. Don't know how you play this game, but it looks cool. Mum is so slow. She said she was going to see him off, but what's taking her so long?
This feels relaxing.
Ah, this might be the turning point of the whole match. I can play it safe, or I can make a big push.
Pick something already. Get out there.
Sorry, I'm trying to distract you while you're playing. Revenge. We are nearly done. So there's 3 people in there. There's 1 people in their room. Fairy's on the bed, on the phone. Oh yeah, I got Fee's number before she left. We were talking about doing the rounds together during the festival. Guess I know what I'm doing for the day. It's kind of weird. We're not really friends, but we're more than acquaintances now. She knows a lot about Ida too, so I want to get to know her better. That's pretty cool. Fairy's got a date. And now something's going on top of this roof. With Judith. Yes, Mum, I get it. I promise I'll be back in time for New Year's. I'll go ahead and talk to Grammy. What? You already told her? Why wouldn't I? You already went off gallivanting over to Erasmus without even telling us. Not to mention what the tabloids have been saying about you. Do you have the slightest idea of how worried we've been over you? I can explain. Just make sure you get all of your affairs in order and tidy yourself up before you come here. Understand? By the by, if there's a special someone you're just getting serious with, you can totally bring them over with you if you want. Your mum won't mind. Mum, give me a break. You're asking the impossible. Sounds like an important family call. I won't butt in. The sound of it, she's talking to her mum. As far as I know, she was a theatre actress and the second Grimcat. Tough nut to crack. Her grandma's probably worse though. She was a chanson singer and the first Grimcat. Wouldn't want to mess with her. You realize I have better things to do with my life, right? Like, I don't know, my career as the biggest movie actor. Excuse me, what do you mean look for someone at work? You're not seriously expecting me to do that. You realize I have... Oh, okay. I thought that was like a me thinking. You realize I have better things to do with my life, right? Like, I don't know, my career as the biggest movie actor? Still the same sentence by the look of it. We're not allowed out there to talk to Judith directly. Sad. I want to speak to Judith. I want to butt in. This conversation sounds like a lark. Esmeralda really can't handle her liquor. You'd think she'd stop, but alas. Here, have some water. Jeez, can you get home by yourself at least? Of course, no problem. But home though? Nah, I'm staying at your place, Katara. Stop it, seriously, Van's here too. No, I'm not. I say let her crash at your place. Better than trying to find a hotel. I agree. That really doesn't help. Come on, Esmeralda, you can walk. Let's move. Hold me nice and tighty. Maybe I'll make it. Helios Almighty, you're a handful sometimes. As a result of gross alcohol consumption, Esmeralda cannot walk unassisted. Probability of hangover the following morning, 90%. Theo recommends drinking 1 liter of water tonight. Theo's probably correct. And that, I think, leaves us with the entirety of Old Town done. Which means our nighttime sweep is done. Because we can't speak to Judith. Maybe we could get on another roof or something and like, hey, Judith, are you okay? Or sign to her or something, I don't know. But Riverside is checked out, Station Street is checked out, Tyrell District is checked out, and Sidon District is checked out. Our to-do list is maxed out. We can't do any more stuff, sadly. Now I wish I went with Judith, because that might have touched on what was going on up top. There's the bike, Bergar's oral bike. We did it. We finished November 30th, maybe. Unless something tragic happens right now. It could happen. Who even knows? I can report my new thing, but it's not really needed anymore, is it? I'm gonna keep totaling up the points though. The further away we get, maybe we can make an S rank. Order delivery. The virtual combat simulator is completely done. We could prepare some food. Oh, we need prime beast flesh still. I'm sure we'll come across it.
Well,
I mean, after all, our food stuff is actually done. We've listened to the radio. We can rest. I think it's finished nighttime activities. The next 3 days leading up to the festival swept through like a whirlwind. What's that? Though the trouble with Armata was recent, there was very little in the way of problems relating to them. Instead, most of Arkride's solutions work consisted of subcontracted tasks and other modest requests. As if celebrations were already upon them, they found themselves rewarded with not just mirror, but food and other material gifts as well. Those, together with the gradual increase in decorations strewn about the city, made them keenly aware of the festival's approach. Each of Van's assistants also found themselves considering their respective futures in response to what he said. With all this in mind and more, it felt like the grand event was destined to become a turning point in their lives. The day approached with much suspense both at home and abroad for what was to come following a memorial service set for Cray. Was the unveiling of the Republican Army's next generation of weapons. A number of VIPs would soon descend upon the capital, ready to take part in moments both solemn and merry. But the night before the Revolution Festival had an early surprise in store. The avant-garde of the 7th Genesis at the Revolution Festival tomorrow. C.
When's it starting?
It's almost 10 a.m. Kept us waiting long enough. Just look at all the people. I spot Yume and a bunch of others too. I'm impressed you can pick her out from the crowd. Ren and your other friends are there too, right? You sure you didn't want to tag along? Oh yes, I think it was for the best that I didn't. My position, I would have needed bodyguards if I had gone, unfortunately. And that message we received made me want to remain here that much more. Gotcha. I wish we knew we even sent the damn thing. Yeah, especially since they mentioned the Geneses, and one we don't have at that. All we have to go on is the name C. That name has been assumed by 2 people who made themselves known in the Empire in recent years. I do not believe either to be the one who sent that message, however, which is just really surprising it's being used a 3rd time. The original was a terrorist responsible for triggering the civil war over there, right? And someone else used it after that. That is correct, but bear in mind that both of those matters are considered resolved. We have no reason to believe they would take up the name again. That being said, I'm certain that the alias must have been chosen through careful deliberation. Indeed, well, it instantly got our hackles up, didn't it? Yeah, that was just a matter of figuring out if they're trying to help us or mess with us. But not like we got much to go on. We can't even say for sure it's someone whose name starts with a C. That's true. It could be anyone. Melchior's still at large, so hell, can't even write him off. Oh, there's Agnès' dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 a.m., which means that the time has come. President Gramhearts has arrived to make his speech.
Oh. There's Renee, too.
To the people of Edith, as well as everyone who lives in this great nation, I wish to thank you for gathering here today. I am Roy Gramheart. On this very day, 108 years ago, in the year 1100 of the Septian calendar, our ancestors made a choice, a truly remarkable choice. They chose to embrace equality, freedom, and love. They chose to stand against discrimination based on class and race. They chose to walk the long road ahead of them to build a utopia of peace. And that long winding road was the Calvardian Democratic Revolution, which changed the face of our country and the whole world forever. As both a fellow Calvardian and your 23rd president, I am forever grateful to the goddess above for the honor, the deep, profound honor, to be able to walk this road with you now. However, though I would love to proclaim this as a day of celebration alone, I, alas, cannot. For as we all know, our brothers and sisters from Cray Village were taken from us at the hands of cowardly terrorists. The people of Cray shared our ideals and dreams. We walked the same path hand in hand. But they were cruelly ripped from our grasp. Despite this great loss, we moved forward, and all of you cooperated with the recent emergency declaration. Thanks in no small part to your assistance, we were able to eliminate the criminal organization that was responsible for this heinous act. Though I realize that will never bring back the lives that have been lost. As this country's commander-in-chief, I am deeply ashamed that I let such a tragedy happen under my watch. Let us mourn the people of Cray. I will lead us in prayer. O Adios, Arusha, Heavenly Mother, we pray that you will watch over these lost souls and return them to the Radiant Land.
At this time, the Edith Cathedral Choir will be singing a hymn, followed by a statement from Archbishop Jerome.
Cray sounds like it must have been a truly beautiful place. It was. It's where a close friend and someone I owe a lot to passed away. I've done some filming there in the past. It's hard to believe I'll never see that same scenery ever again.
As long as we do not forget them, they will continue to live on. Both the people who lived there and the places in which they lived.
I hope you're right. I'd like to believe that too.
I feel the same way, but even if we do forget, they won't be gone forever. Everyone who lives leaves a mark on others and their surroundings,
I guess passed down whether people are aware of it or not. Van, you think so? I couldn't have put it better myself. Still, your dad's some wordsmith, huh? I almost found myself getting won over by all of that stuff he was saying. You really think so? That's what I was gonna say. Your dad is awesome. He's super cool. I feel like I could trust him with anything. Not to mention that face. If he ever wanted to jump the political ship, he could get work as an actor in no time flat. Even his voice carries well. Talk about hitting the lottery. Rocksmith fits my image of a politician a lot more, but no one could deny how talented your dad is. Like Aaron said, I could feel myself being roped in by his act. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have put it like that. You don't have to apologize. I understand how you feel, to tell you the truth. Oh. He is certainly a man without equal, in a different sense from President Rocksmith. I believe we're about to get another glimpse of just how, too. The morning is at an end, which means it is time for the grand unveiling.
That was a wonderful ceremony. Thank you, Archbishop. And I thank the ladies and gentlemen of the choir as well. The road to success is paved with hardship, and the road this nation has walked has not been without its challenges. Those challenges include our long-standing conflict with the Empire, the economic crises of recent years, and even that wretched cult that existed in our country until 10 years prior. And there are challenges that lie ahead, including the terrorism that has infested our nation and the discrimination that is outlawed in our charter. If we glance outside our borders, we will notice that the seeds of war are being planted. And if we look beyond the horizon, we will see that the desertification in the east is creeping westward. Open your eyes. These problems can be ignored no longer. We, as the leading power on the continent, must face them and overcome them. Take the founders of our revolution, for instance. They confronted their challenges head-on and actualized their ambitions. Sheena Dierk, Auguste Alden, Aramis Gainsborough, and Olga Atkinson surmounted every obstacle that barred their way. And we will do the same. We must stand united as we move into tomorrow as one. But to forge a path ahead, we need not only strength of will, but also strength of arms. That brings me to today's big announcement. We have given our glorious Calvardian military a number of much-needed improvements. Allow me to unveil the future. First, we have our next-generation Shedar tanks. They will replace our antiquated Vasion models. These tanks will leave the ones used in the Empire firmly in the dust. They are twice as fast and equally as durable. The main cannon's raw power measures up to theirs, and they are capable of firing nearly 3 times the distance. Next, we have an entirely new addition to our military, the Ix-Alba series of aerial cruisers. They are 120 ards long, which places them between our battleships and mid-sized airships in size. They are equipped with highly advanced weaponry, and their cutting-edge control systems allow them to conduct operations with complete autonomy. Based on our recent field tests, we have concluded that even one of these cruisers can dominate an entire squadron of Imperial airships.
Whoa, badass!
And last, but certainly not least, I will introduce you to a new class of weaponry.
Aren't those...
Robots from the Empire?
They may remind you of the Empire's Panzer Soldats that were unleashed upon the world 4 years ago. However, these weapons are far superior, and they are based on an entirely different design philosophy. We call them assault frames. Their control systems utilize Zypha technology, which maximizes their performance and strengthens their output, mobility, and reaction speed. Their potential is limitless. Not even the Empire's latest Panzer Soldat models can compare.
Our military is doing so great.
How wonderful!
Long live the Republic!
We love President Gramhearts!
Glory to Calvard!
It goes without saying that power must always be used responsibly. We've learned that lesson from the Empire's past transgressions. I swear to you today that we will not use our military as an unwieldy instrument of conquest and bloodshed. Instead, it shall serve as a firm, yet flexible tool that can respond to any situation or crises that may arise. It is my belief that the weapons you have seen today will help us build a better road for our future. Thank you all for listening. I believe I have talked for long enough. Glory to the Republic. May the goddess bless us all. Now, go out and enjoy the festival, and spend this joyous day with those you hold dear. Let us make this a celebration to remember.